Welcome to the Rewrite Your Story with Tasha Joe podcast, where we fearlessly dive into the vast realm of thoughts, ideas, and conversations that know no bounds. Buckle up and prepare for a wild ride as we venture into uncharted territories and explore the unexplored. On this journey, we leave no stone unturned and no topic untouched. From the profound to the absurd, from the mundane to the extraordinary, we delve into the depths of human curiosity and embrace the sheer unpredictability of life. This is the podcast where anything and everything takes center stage. Each episode is a thrilling adventure into the unknown as we bring you fascinating discussions, captivating stories, and mind-bending perspectives. As we embark on a quest for knowledge, enlightenment, and endless entertainment. Expect the unexpected, for here, there are no boundaries and no limitations. Open your mind, expand your horizons, and get ready to be captivated by the infinite possibilities that await. So whether you're a seeker of knowledge, a lover of stories, or simply someone who craves the thrill of the unknown, this podcast is tailor-made just for you. Tune in, fasten your seatbelt, and prepare for a roller coaster ride through the vast expanse of human curiosity. Get ready to be amazed, enlightened, and entertained, because on this podcast, there's only one rule. There are no rules. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back. On today's episode, I have three new guest speakers, Tara, Monica, and Michael. And today's topic is going to be all about their healing journeys and sacred medicine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So who wants to start us off?
I just want to talk about how sudden and shocking it is to finally. I don't think a lot of people know how to heal.
Yeah.
I don't think that this kind of healing is mainstream enough, and it's not reaching enough people.
Yeah, I agree.
If I can start from the beginning, I got assaulted last year, and I did whatever I could to close down and not feel anything, not realizing that feeling is all encompassing, not realizing that if I block the pain, that I'm also blocking joy. And all it did was make me feel dead.
You got to feel it to heal it.
You absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've never heard that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent a year after the assault in therapy thinking that that was going to make me better, because that's always what the mainstream tells you is okay. I mean, they didn't back in 92, but
Yeah.
now it's okay to go to a therapist, right?
Yep.
And so I'm hoping that in 20 years, this is more accepted.
Yeah.
And I spent a year going to therapy, trying to heal my mind and my body from the assault and just blocking all of my feelings. And I was at lunch with some girlfriends for Milagro Monday, and Erin mentioned that she was going to Mexico. And I was like, oh God, what are you doing? And she mentioned the people that she was going with, and I knew nothing about it. And all I did was laugh. I was like, she's fucking crazy. Can I swear?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, I'm very familiar with people thinking I'm crazy too. So,
And so I was just like, what is she talking about? And so you know how the algorithms are on Instagram. And so I looked up Zao Journeys, and she had mentioned Tara, and she did not say anything about Michael having anything to do with it. She didn't even know that I knew Michael.
Oh, wow.
And so once you search something on Instagram, it kind of sends you this algorithm. And I was just doom scrolling one day, 1 year laying in bed, 70 pounds heavier, never allowing myself to feel anything. And I heard a sound bath. And I know now that it was a chakra bowl, which I also know now is your protection.
Yeah.
And I heard that, and everything that had been inside of me for a year just came pouring out, and I could feel something again.
I have chills.
I mean, I'm the person, I would go get tattoos to see if I still had feelings.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I would leave the therapist and maybe have feelings for 30 minutes, and I would message my two besties, and I was like, oh my God, I feel something today. And then 30 minutes later, someone would be rude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd get like right back in my shell. You know what I mean? And so during that scrolling, I saw a picture that my girlfriends posted that were down in Mexico. And then I saw Michael post a really similar picture in the same location. I was like, I have girlfriends down there right now. And he's like, I'm sure it was like joking. And he was like, what? Because I'm assuming you knew.
Well, also there's the issue of anonymity. So I keep
That's true.
You know, if people are there for healing, I need to honor their journey.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's a really good point. And so I was like, my girlfriends are down there and they're going to the jungle and they're going to do like frog stuff.
That's what I used to say, frog stuff.
Because I didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah.
You know, and so so within that, being able to feel that sound bath and then start seeking it out. Michael, I don't know if you went live or if it was just an announcement on Instagram about the contest, about the golden ticket with House of Healing.
Yeah, maybe.
It was an announcement. It was an announcement. Yeah.
Yeah. And from that moment, knowing that I'll call it body healing. I'm not sure, like, because I'm really, really new, like I'm a baby on this healing journey. I don't know.
I don't think there's any right way to, describe it. It's
what
whatever
you-
is personal to you.
Yeah, it's what you felt.
Yeah.
It's what I felt.
Yeah.
And it was a matter of, I did not question once until the very end whether or not I was going. As soon as Michael announced it, I was like, my life depends on it. I will be there. And so I did everything I could to enter the contest because
Yeah.
you have to join this group, the circle, which I absolutely love, and then the village on the circle, because I could access people that gave a shit about me. People that didn't want something from me. They were just there to like, hey, I have this healing, amazing energy and you can accept it. And so I did all of those things to join. And then I met Carmen and I met Zaya. I think that's how I pronounce her name. Zaya. And I did a few things with them. And there was going to be a drawing and they were going live for it. And I knew I was going.
You manifested it.
I was
100%.
Can I please say, I
Yes.
saw you twice before the drawing happened. And she told me, my bag's already packed. I'm going.
Oh, 100%.
She told me
you put that out
she
there.
put it out there.
Yep.
And
Yep.
when her name was drawn, it was 100%. You manifested
Yeah.
yourself into it. Like
Yeah.
It was,
everyone,
it was.
everything came together for it
Absolutely.
to work out for you
Absolutely.
in that way.
And then I had to repack because I did not know. I was like, the jungle? What?
Yeah.
What, linen?
But that's
Linen?
the whole point. That's the whole part of manifesting is you have to act as if it already exists. So you saying my bags are packed, I'm going, like that gets you so much closer. And that's why you did.
But can we touch on the fact that that made me feel crazy? And it also made
Oh,
me
yeah.
doubt myself?
The beginning of your journey, I remember it. I mean, you're going to question yourself. People are going to say you're crazy. It's all part of it.
My cousin asked me, not just my cousin, many people asked me, did you join an MLM?
Oh, yeah. You'll hear. I've heard so many
Did
things.
you join a cult? Because I've you know,
People
sometimes I've
still
had
say I'm in a cult. Oh, did you join a cult? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm like, why is this not more mainstream? Because we would
Oh.
have a different world.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
I'm here to fight it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only one.
And
I'm
that's
gonna
what I
fight.
teach people is, the more you raise your vibration, people are either going to meet you or they're going to fall off. But you're clearing space and making space for new things to enter.
And I'm making space for new people
Yes.
to enter.
Yep. Your circle changes.
And I love my circle.
Yeah.
You know I love
Yeah.
my people.
Yeah.
And I want to bring them all
Me
along
too.
with me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I will. The
Yeah.
people that matter will stay.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they'll know that this is real. And they'll know that I'm not crazy, or they'll know that I am crazy and
Yeah.
they'll just join it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Mine too. Yeah.
So after the drawing, well, right before the drawing was like my just like right before, like 60 seconds before, I was like, what if I don't win?
Oh, you question it in those last moments?
In those last couple seconds, I was like, I said to myself, will I have the circle? Will I have the village? Will I have Tara? And I have Michael? And I have all these people that I've met through just entering the golden ticket drawing. And so it was like a doubt, but a comfort.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I think I messaged Tara. And I said, it's the first time that I can see myself a year from now actually alive still. Like it was. So I'm not going to apologize for crying.
Absolutely not. We
because
don't do that.
I know that my tears are blessings.
Absolutely.
And I know that it's stuff that just needs to come out.
Yep.
That I didn't let come out for years. So I
It's
will
part
never,
of the journey.
ever put myself down for crying ever again.
Good.
Because I know that it's blessings now.
It's a release.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I think so many people in your life can tell you those things, but until you actually feel it and you're ready to feel it,
Mm-hmm.
it's just lip service.
Yep.
Absolutely. But so can you tell them about where we went? And
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm okay with all of it. I know that I know that with a healing journey, it's very personal.
But you're okay and that
But
he can
I'm
share it.
okay
Yeah.
and that you can share about the journey that we're going on at Lunita Jungle.
Okay.
You know, so I'm okay with talking about all of the plant medicines. And I know that some people come back and not everybody participates in everything.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to assume that just because someone else was there with me that they did all the things I did.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That my journey is my personal journey, and I want you to know that all of it is okay.
And I'm so glad you're so open about it because I am a firm believer in your mess is your message. And there are people out there who need to hear it.
Then I'm a big fucking mess.
Yeah. No, me
Ahead of time, just ahead of time, thank you for being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing us
Yeah.
to share in this with you, because
Thank you.
a lot of people stop themselves at that point of
Yeah.
vulnerability, and
It
they're
was a big
worried.
decision.
Yeah,
It was a
big
big
time.
decision
Yeah.
to decide whether or not to share all of it,
Yeah.
because I know that there will be some judgment.
Thank you.
you
But-
know,
Thank you
but
for
it's
yeah.
being
important.
vulnerable.
It's
Yeah.
really important.
Mm.
It's really important.
I think you very much exemplify the trust fall that is mysticism.
Mm.
That to stare down the barrel of the journey, the capital J journey, not just the medicine journey, but your journey. And to say, I'm ready for the next thing. I'm ready to evolve into the greatest me.
Mm.
I'm ready to embrace light and life and love and hope and joy,
Mm.
and not be defined by patterns that may,
My own
Kick our
fucking
asses.
perceptions.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
to be limited by my own perceptions
Yeah.
of stuff is so important to me,
Mm.
because that's what keeps holding me back, is that inner dialogue.
Mm.
If I can step out of that inner dialogue and know that that's just chitter chatter, and I know that I can change it, and I know I can watch it from out here, I feel like I can be on a different plane,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I think that me feeling is showing other people that they can feel.
100%.
And if people are going to shun me or think I'm in a cult or think I'm selling them
That's part of the
something,
journey, though. You're going to have those people. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, but the same thing happened in 1992 when I had to go on Prozac because of postpartum depression, and I had to go to a therapist. I could not tell any of my friends that I was on antidepressants, and I could not tell any of my friends that I was in therapy. Insurances did not even cover it.
Mm.
And I know that in that is that 33 years
Mm-hmm.
of trying to heal. Could one person have shaken me and said, there's another way? No, because you're so shunned in this community and everybody thinks it's a cult. Like, nobody's asked me for money. Not one person. Nobody's asked me to do something I don't want to do. Everybody's made sure that I feel comfortable. Nobody said, hey, go work for me, live here and give me all your money. I mean, that's a cult, right? It's like, you guys are truly here because your hearts are saying, I want a better world and I want a better life for me. And that, okay, but sidetracked, sidebar. Let's talk about the retreat.
I was raised with the language that I now find incomplete or broken or backwards. And the language was, you're a minister, so go witness. And that language doesn't even make sense anymore. You and I and Tara have been in a circle together and we've witnessed. I'm just a witness. And so I go minister. I'm not a minister, so I go witness. It doesn't even make sense. The language doesn't make sense. No one can take away from me the fact that I have gazed into the eyes of spirit in my language. The universe seems to keep wanting to prove to me that, let's say, she cares about me. And I've witnessed the way that she paints and dances and performs and speaks to me.
It's in our DNA.
It's baked into us.
That we should be accepting what the earth can give us. And so many of us don't. We completely block it. Absolutely. And I've done for so many years. It's a different life now.
It's to me, it's all about, we're programmed, because we're this beautiful soul when we're born, and then we're programmed, and now it's about unlearning everything we've been taught.
And that is exactly what I felt like happened to me.
Yeah.
I felt like I was reborn.
Yeah.
And I will be vulnerable and tell you about my Bufo journey.
Yeah.
Just like a quick synopsis with House of Healing and with Zeo Journeys and Lunita Jungle, because I definitely want them to have acknowledgement that how amazing this journey was. So after winning the golden ticket, Tara set up all of our flights and our place to stay. And then Michael messaged me right away and messaged me every day if you need anything. And it was already super supportive. And so I was fortunate to be able to take my daughter because it was for two people. My daughter's 25 and I will not speak of her journey because that is her journey. But I was very, very fortunate to have my daughter there with me on her own journey and as a support person.
Yeah.
It was an absolute blessing. And I will not call it luck because it's something I built.
Absolutely.
Luck is something that happens to you. Fortune is something that you build.
I love that. Amen.
And that was not luck.
Wow.
Yeah.
I built that shit.
Yep.
I built that shit. And so when we first got there, it would not stop fucking raining. And I was angry. I was like, what am I doing on a beach in Mexico? And I cannot I can't leave the apartment.
Yeah.
We couldn't, and it's different rain than Pacific Northwest. Here you can run from your car. You can run down to the store and you just get sprinkled on. There, you're wet to your underwear if you're outside for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And you don't dry.
Maybe you were meant to just go out there and sit in it.
Don't dry.
You don't dry.
Oh my goodness.
And so I messaged Carmen and she was like, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm depressed. Like, this is horrible. Because being from the Pacific Northwest, I crave sun. I crave vitamin D. And I was like, I'm going to Mexico and there's going to be sun and it's going to be so amazing. And 2 days before we left, my business partner told me he was out.
Of the business?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it was actually a blessing because I knew that I did not have to come back to that situation.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. We're going to have to do a bunch of them.
I will not speak of that. But I was thankful for that.
Yeah.
I was very thankful that he didn't do it while I was down there. And I knew that when I was down there, I could heal and I didn't have to know that I was going to come back to a place I didn't want to be. which is great. So it was our first day after we were 2 days at the beach to enjoy the sunshine. But and we got to the jungle and it was raining, and my fucking little asshole brat Vid looks at me and she goes, maybe it's raining because you're supposed to learn how to be happy in the rain. I was like, you little bitch. You're so right.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You're so right. And so that changed that was probably the most profound statement said to me, because I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
And then I just danced in the rain. And then I learned that Michael had asked for the storm.
And oh my God.
It was his dream
Oh.
to have a storm while we were there. And so every day was something different. And we kind of built that community when we were together, from meditation to, I can never pronounce, Temescal. And for me, Temescal, it's like a sweat lodge is what we would call it here in the Pacific Northwest, was the easiest for me. Because while I was sitting in there, I'm never warm.
Yeah.
I'm never, ever, ever warm. So to be able to sit there and feel heat through my entire body, I could breathe out and my breath was cool. It was refreshing to me. It was so, so beautiful.
How many days was the retreat?
The retreat was 5 days.
5 days. Okay.
In the jungle.
Okay.
With solar power.
Okay.
In a storm.
Oh my gosh. Friggin' rad.
Depends on sun for power to work.
Yeah. Okay.
But let me tell you, I was connected to the kitchen. So I had power and hot water when other people didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Got really, really fortunate on that one. I must have done something nice for someone at some point. So, I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't want to
I want to hear about your
not
journey
be able to
and
tell you
yeah.
guys about the journey.
And even if we go super long, we can break it into 2 parts.
Okay.
There's no right or
Okay.
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after getting to know everyone and getting comfortable with everyone and learning everybody's personalities and learning what about them to love,
Yeah.
and because that's so important to feel comfortable, to learn what to love about those people, because they're in your journey while you're there. They're not just a bystander. They're actually literally a part of my journey while I'm there. And I think the first one that was really, really touching for me, Changa, is that what it was called? And it was,
my favorite.
it was,
Love DMT.
please say what it is, because I don't know how to describe it.
I was just going to clarify. Changa is the word we use in that region for naturally occurring DMT. It's very potent.
And so for me, somebody that's never done it before, it's a shaman with a stick of wood. And
You're referring to combo.
combo.
Mhm.
Okay. Combo.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Because
So all these are new to you. You had never
never I
even
didn't know
heard of
any
any.
it was.
Okay.
I made fun of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And so I understand why people look at me like that,
Yeah.
because nobody has accepted them to let them know that they're allowed to heal
Yeah.
through their bodies also.
Yeah.
But there was no way that I could deny it once I heard that sound bath. The fact that everything that I'd been holding in for a fucking solid year came out of me. Like I was.
Do you know what
sobbing.
sound bowl she was
It
doing?
was the chakra.
Or which chakra?
Oh, I don't know.
It wasn't when you were at the retreat. It was
It
prior
was
to the
prior to the
retreat, so we
retreat.
weren't there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It was the big, deep bowl.
So they each represent a different
It's
chakra.
here.
Oh, okay. So sacral or root, and
It
you
was the sacral.
sacral. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Which is the
Because
part
of
where
your
you protect
trauma.
yourself with.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so once I learned that, I was like, well, that's fucking why.
Yeah.
And so with the combo, it was so beautiful because I felt bone warm. Like I was so scared of everything that we were going to do.
Mm.
But every single time something happened or we did medicine, my body just accepted it
Yeah.
because my body needed it.
It was ready for it. Yeah.
And the heat that I felt with combo was so, so, so beautiful. And I couldn't stop crying,
Yeah.
and because I needed to.
all
I had
those years of releasing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm not even going to go into like the kid trauma bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm this kid that's raised by the Harley Davidson rider and a bartender. And when my mom leaves for 3 months at a time, at 8 years old, my dad teaches me how to do cocaine.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody has trauma.
That's not even what it was about.
Yeah.
It was about me now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was about me going forward and being able to be positive about myself,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit about the past anymore.
Yeah.
That's what's causing my depression.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And the future is what's causing my damn anxiety.
Absolutely.
I want to live right here.
We talk about this all the time. Yes. Wow.
I want to live right here, right now.
Yeah. Because think about all the things people stress and worry about that never even freaking happen.
Yes.
It's like mind blowing.
Mhm.
That dumb roommate in your head that won't
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that you call that a roommate. I like
Kinda
that.
Oh, yeah.
makes me-
We've talked about naming like your ego and whatnot. You know, like shut up,
Roommate's a good
Becky,
name
or
for
sit
it.
down.
No, roommate's a
It's my
really good
roommate.
name for
It's
it.
my
Yeah.
roommate.
Except are they paying?
Yeah.
No, they live up there free, right?
Yeah.
So that was my first, I guess, where I actually felt something and
Mhm.
realized that this was really important to me and this was something that I needed to do. And then having my daughter there with me was another situation. She was really there for me and she helped me grow.
Mm-hmm.
And so with Bufo, I don't want to go into so much about how we do it because that's something that I feel like
It's an experience.
it's an
Yeah,
experience and it's
sacred.
very, very sacred.
But you can
It's
tell us
very
about
sacred.
your
I
experience.
can tell you about
Yeah.
my
Okay.
experience.
Okay.
And I love that we all do it individually
Mm-hmm.
so that we get to take care of each other. That was a big shock to me
And hold space for each other.
that
Yes.
I got to have these people that I have formed this relationship with and people that I've known for a lot of years be there for me. And with my journey to doing okay, with my journey, it felt like I was blown backwards
Mm.
into like a cloud. And while I was in there, I just, there's a lot of it I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but I just know that in my mind, I was screaming for everything that I had been feeling that was negative to get out of me and never come back. And I'll tell you about what I had in my journey first, and then I'll tell you what I was told after,
Okay.
because those are two different things, but very important for the people that were holding space for me outside. Really made a difference inside, and I didn't know it. And it took me a while to connect the two. Not a while,
Yeah.
maybe, it's not been a while. I've only been here for 2 weeks. But for me, I had, I was spitting, and I knew that there was something inside of me that needed to come out. I knew that there was this energy that I couldn't live with inside of me anymore. And for me, I was screaming, get out of me. I don't want you in me. You go, never, ever, ever come back here. And then I was underground, and I saw this little green sprout of a plant. And it was like those rave sprouts that people would clip on you when you're at the rave. It's just like one sprout with one leaf, and I thought, I was like, am I a sprout? And then, but I was looking at the sprout. And then I was up a little bit further from, and I could see myself as this little worm, like growing out of the ground. And I was coming out of the ground, and I just had like these, I mean, the only way to describe them is like cartoon character black blobs
Okay.
that were just giving me love.
Mm.
And I've never felt more love in my life. Like I felt like I mattered. I felt like I was important. I felt like I knew what was important in life. And So I'm peeking out as this little worm, and these blobs above me turned into humans. And I was like, nope, not going there. I was like, and I was like, I don't want to come out. I want to stay here. You guys are turning human. I just really want to go back into the ground. And then finally, when I did come out of my journey, my friend Erin just held me and let me be loved. She just let me be loved. And that was so beautiful to me. And so hearing things after and waking up with vomit in my hair, I realized that I was actually outside of my own journey. I was actually spitting. And where I felt like at the beginning that I flew back, I guess I sat up for a really long time. And it was, I mean, the way that you described it was kind of like doing my own exorcism.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, not like I had an evil spirit inside of
Purging.
me. That's not what I'm saying. It was like getting that gross energy out of me because I had literally turned into my abuser so that I didn't have to feel anything. I had turned into the women that had assaulted me so that I had let that anger encompass me. I had let that hate encompass me to protect myself. And that's not okay. You know, that's not okay. And I don't want that in my life. And so coming out of that journey and feeling loved, the next day I was talking with my friend Erin and I was telling her about the sprout. And she was like, when you were in your journey, I planted a seed for you. I planted a seed of love. And it just shows like how much that's what witnessing is. You know, like we're watching the person in their journey, but we can also be a part of their journey at the same time because we're on a different plane.
Yep.
We're on a different level. And that was amazing to me. That was just amazing to me that she could put that little sprout of love inside of me. And then that's what I felt when I was coming out of my journey. And then right into the next day.
Is it a different ceremony each day? Like, okay, cool.
And we had some amazing ceremonies.
My bags are already packed. I'm going to use it for the next one.
And then once again, reiterating that not everybody does everything while we're there.
Yeah.
Because that is their own journey. It is not mine, and it's not mine to ever tell. But for myself, I participated in ayahuasca. And I thought that I wasn't going to have a journey because instantly when our beautiful shaman gave me the ayahuasca to drink, my body rejected it immediately. It's like doing a shot.
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, you don't get to drink that. And so like, great, I just wasted a Sean Jameson, you know?
Yeah.
And so I felt like I had wasted this time and this love and this energy that he had put in. So I was automatically disappointed in myself. And I was disappointed in like,
did you spit it out or dump it out?
I vomited.
Right when isn't that part of the process?
It is part of the process, but it's typically not
so
immediate.
fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I felt like it wasn't even in my stomach.
Okay.
It was maybe 2 full minutes.
Okay.
It was a little bit longer than that because
Was it?
I was right after you.
Okay.
And I watched it. You had it in your system for a good 10, 15 minutes. But you were
That was the second cup.
No, you were
It wasn't?
the first. You were trying to purge it, but it wasn't happening for you.
Oh.
Yeah. And I remember talking to you and you're like, I don't even think it's gonna happen for me because I'd immediately purged. And I said, no, you didn't. You had it for about 10, 15 minutes.
Because Ray came back around and he was like, hey, you threw that up really fast.
Pretty quickly, yeah.
Do you want another? And I was like, he goes, maybe if you sip it this time. I was like all gung-ho, like I can do shots.
Yeah.
I can do shots. I can do them. I can do them. So I just took the whole thing and was like, I got this. I'm here to heal. Give it to me. I was all in. And he's like, why don't you sip it this time? And so I took the first sip and I started to feel heavy. And that was what's the thing that we eat beforehand?
for what some people call ayahuasca. Sorry. Yeah. For what some people call ayahuasca. The reason that we do it this way with this medicine where we chew the seeds prior is that there's more sustainability with the medicine, so the whole plant isn't destroyed. So the seeds in that specific retreat that we chewed prior is the inhibitor that makes it so that we don't immediately just do away with the DMT in our system.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you. And so I sipped and sipped and sipped, and then like by the third sip, I'm like, I don't think I can finish this. And I trust Ray.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can finish it. Okay. So I finished it. And this was very in my head. It was not, and I don't know who knows what about ayahuasca. I knew absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I've never done ayahuasca, or is it bufo? Those are the two I'm unfamiliar with. But I've watched documentaries and heard people's experiences. And
I
so-
hadn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't
Just
know
went
what
in.
it was.
That's so awesome.
Going in
I
blind.
had
That's kinda the
no
best
idea
way.
what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I made the mistake of
Mhm.
watching some
Yeah.
TikToks about it
Oh
afterwards.
no! See, that's the worst. People like watch a YouTube video
Don't
and
do
DMT.
that.
No.
Yeah.
don't.
Well, I didn't know what the word DMT meant.
Oh.
And sidebar, everybody that walks up to you that knows you went to do an experience in the jungle and did ayahuasca, they want to tell you about every backyard ayahuasca or bufo they've ever done. I'm like,
Mm.
it's like somebody coming up to you, I like your tattoos.
Oh, every day.
Where'd you get them?
Yeah, every day. How much
Mhm.
did that cost? Yeah.
Like,
How
how many
many do you
tattoos do you have?
Yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
That's
Like, how many do you have? And I'm like,
Yeah.
like, did you have a shaman? No, just me and my buddies. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Anyway, I want everybody to do their healing journey in their own way, but I would
Mhm.
love for them to be able to do it with a shaman and experience that.
Absolutely.
But for me, it was really, really beautiful. I'll preface it with that so that I don't scare anyone.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was violent on my body,
Yeah.
but it was exactly what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'll just describe it no matter
Yeah,
how
we
it
talk about
sounds.
everything on this
Yeah,
podcast.
I-
The light, the
like,
dark, like this
It
is your
was
journey.
it was like being inside a video game at first.
Mm.
Like I would lay down and I felt very heavy, and it was like a kaleidoscope and a video game combined. And I had a lot of people coming at me, but every single person was Black or Asian,
Mm.
to the point that I was like, am I Black? Like I was,
And this is ayahuasca?
this was ayahuasca.
Okay.
Like I had like all these like, it was like a face would come at me and then it would turn out and go into a kaleidoscope.
Mhm.
And it was just all these beautiful people that looked like protectors.
Mm.
And I felt like all of these ancestors and these beautiful people were coming to protect me.
Mhm.
But then I realized these were people from at the time in my journey that were stopping me from being able to do what I needed to do.
Mm.
It was really, really distracting because it was so fucking beautiful.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, my dad, my biological father, came at me in like this weird, ironically, belt buckle. Kaleidoscope. No, Michael had talked to us before the journey and told us, if there's something you don't want to face, if there's something you're going through, you just need to accept it, or else you're going to be stuck in it.
Mhm.
And so I just said, Dad, I can't do this right now. And he turned into Colonel Sanders. You know, it's just kind of weird.
Mhm.
And then it's when I feel like my real journey started, was when I got those sidetrack things out of my mind. And it was just a real, it was like somebody went inside of me and stripped my soul of all of the fucking garbage and got rid of it. And I think I couldn't walk. Like I had a hard time talking. Like it really, really affected my body, but my mind was still there.
Yeah.
So I was never scared. I did ask Ray at one point, how do I get out of this?
Mm.
And that was right about the time that I didn't want to go deep.
Mm.
And he said, you just have to write it out. So I gave into it. And
Raise the shimmy light.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ray's the shaman.
Shaman's name is Ray.
The shaman's name is Ray, and he's beautiful.
Mm.
He's so beautiful to us.
Mm.
Isn't he amazing?
I can't wait to meet him.
Oh, he's pretty amazing. And so it was, I mean, I could see myself like this being inside of me, but I could call it my soul.
Mhm.
And there was something trying to get out of me. And my ego was stopping me from letting it get out of me. Because I was like, I am not going to vomit like this in front of all of these people. Some of them I've known for 4 days. Yes, I think they're amazing, but I don't really want to purge like
Yeah.
this in front of all of these people. And so I had to let go of that.
Yeah.
I had to be like, I'm here to heal. I have to get this out of my mind.
And they're there to do the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I think that like thinking, like having that main character, we're not always the main character. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Like there shouldn't even be a main character. We're just like this group, you know? And so that was huge for me to get over. And I know that a lot of people see things when they're on ayahuasca. And for me, I was throwing up snakes that were hissing at me. It was so important for me to get them out of me because I've been infected with grossness, with the way that other people have treated me and the way that I've let it affect me and the abuse that I've endured and the abuse that I've given to other people because of how angry I was. I had to let those snakes get out of me. I had to. And through all of that, it was a huge realization that of what actually matters,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not quite all the way there, but I
Takes
know that
time.
I'm a different person
Yeah.
now. I know that I'm a lot more tolerant. I know that my mind has been changed a lot. And I know that if more people could do this, that we would have a different world. Because it's not about my car or my
No.
jewelry or my house. It's really just about enjoying every single moment while I'm in it and loving myself no matter what. Even if people want to label me as crazy or a bitch
Yeah.
or whatever people's that's not who I am now.
Yeah.
That's the old me. She's gone. She's dead.
And a lot of people are going to know that older version of you.
And they're
it's
allowed
gonna,
to.
Yeah. And they're still going to try to treat you the same, but you're a different version of you. And when you start saying boundaries, it's uncomfortable for them and they're not used to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Michael and I talked when I got back because I had just this really, really open heart for the first
Yeah.
time in a long time. I was very sensitive
Mm.
and I wouldn't have seen it unless he told me. I just thought I'm being a bitch, you know, and he's like, you really, like, what was the word you used? It was tender.
Yeah.
Tender. And
Yeah.
I've never considered myself tender. And that was really important to hear that word.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really important to hear that word so that I could know. And so every single time somebody does something rude to me, I go do something nice for somebody else
I love that.
because it's the only way to get rid of that gross that they gave to me. I will
Yeah.
no longer be a house for somebody's gross shit.
I want
can't
to
fucking do
Amen
it.
on that.
I want to speak a little bit of life over you because something that I've just felt just from you walking in today and me seeing you for the first time in weeks, you are so open. Everything about you
Mhm.
is so open. You are bright and shiny
And we can see
open,
that and
and
feel
I
that.
can feel it.
Mhm.
And
Thank you.
I
I deserve to
feel
fucking be happy.
I feel like
Absolutely.
that
To be
is the
open.
true you, and
Yeah.
that is someone that I'm just so proud of you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
happy for you.
Thank you for
I'm
being a part
so-
of this
Oh,
and having my back and being my
thank you.
cheerleader. It's really important. It's really
I think
important.
that's my favorite part is experiencing other people's
I-
journey and
I-
transformation.
I
That's
can't-
what lights my soul on fire.
I can't even put that into words.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
to be able to be in a position
Witness
like this
yeah.
and witness something
Yeah.
like that
It's
is so
powerful.
important
Yeah.
and powerful and such a blessing.
Mhm.
I feel humbled
Yeah.
by this. I feel
So do I.
thankful
Yeah.
So do
because
I.
I don't think that it changes in me wouldn't be possible if it weren't for changes in other people.
Mm-hmm.
You inspired these changes in me.
Yeah.
And I thank you so much for just being brave and willing and open. And
Thank you.
I think it's just beautiful.
Because
You're
it's easier
beautiful.
to stay stagnant and just, it takes courage to go on this journey and do the work to heal.
Yeah.
So the other part of what the golden ticket did was I have 13 months of integration
Oh, that's
afterwards.
awesome. Okay.
And so with House of Healing and Zeo Journeys, I have like once a week and some people once a month that
Where they
help
check in on
me
you and
integrate back into
Talk about whatever comes up.
yeah.
Whatever
just
I love
back
that.
into
Through, yeah.
like I'm not just set out into the world to like, okay, interpret that how you
Yeah.
must.
Yeah.
Like
no.
go back to that hellhole,
Yeah.
young lady.
That would
Figure
be
it out.
right. Yeah.
Sink or
Like,
swim.
so I think that's so important.
Oh,
Such
for
a
sure.
super, super important part. I'm really, really excited about the next year.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm excited to see myself in a year where I wouldn't have been able to see myself a year from now.
It's so amazing to just think of the older version of you a year ago, 2 years ago, and it's like unrecognizable,
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree. I
Yeah.
absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So,
Even
and so
2
we're
months ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
we're gonna start doing meditation Mondays
I love that.
at the Mum with Zeo and House of Healing.
That's what Michael said. That's so
And
incredible.
I'm so excited to bring that positive energy into a place that I spend 60 hours a week.
I would love to help and bring
You
in
know,
anything that I can
I would
too.
love that.
Yeah.
I would love that because I need my space to be a healing space.
Yes. Get some
Or else
big crystals in there.
Absolutely.
All the things. Yes.
Absolutely.
People are going to be like, what is going on
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, I'm
You're
super
welcome.
excited. I'm super,
Something you
super
didn't know you
excited.
needed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was something I
Yeah.
didn't know I needed. Yeah. And you guys have super exciting stuff coming up
Yeah.
too.
Let's hear the good
Super
news.
exciting,
And
please.
Michael, Tara.
I do want to talk about the meditation thing at your space. Like, I live in Mexico. I live in the place where we do these retreats. And I'm up here for, it was going to be a handful of weeks, and I'm just already so inspired about what's happening here. And so we're already extending. But yeah, Mondays, every Monday at noon, we'll be at, well, I guess we'll speak easy it a little bit. We'll
Yes.
be in a space
We'll be in a space.
by Kitsap County Fairgrounds.
Yes.
And if you're interested in finding out where that is, message us at Zayo or message Monica.
And we can
But,
put all the info down below in the show notes too.
Yeah.
Right. We're
on it.
doing it a little bit speakeasy-ish
Yeah, I
for
love that.
obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be cannabis informed meditations, and we're going to go very deep. They are a chakra balancing meditation that
Heck
goes
yeah.
through the crown, and
Which I
we're
didn't know about till today, and I'm so excited.
it's going to be grooved. Yeah, we have.
yeah.
There,
We
will-
got
there will be.
cards.
Yeah, there will be sound healing every time. There will be bowls, Tibetan bowls, and we're going to work from the root up, and we're going to start the week unrestricted to the body. You're going to learn how to, what some people call astral project, and you're going to learn, just as importantly, how to ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To
So
be with your body
so
and be
important.
now. And I really, really dig the spirit that you're carrying of like you as an individual, you as an expression, you as a temple have brought light to your story, and your goal with your space has always been to share. And so you're going to share light.
Yeah.
Instead of that anger I was sharing.
Yeah.
Yes. You remind me, your story reminds me of the passage that defines my story, which is, don't be conformed by the patterns you see in this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Mm.
And our story may tell us, your story may tell you, anybody listening, that the anticipation or the expectation of existence or life or the world is the same as the shit that you smell on your story.
Mm.
And we just want you to know that there's grace on that. Like we can all relate to what it's like to be just defined by your scrapes and bruises. But there fortunately we have in front of us stories like Monica who are like, what if I just trust fall back and it's all made of good shit?
Yeah.
What if I trust fall back and it's actually love?
But there was literally no other choice in my life, right?
Amen.
I had to. And so when you're in a situation where you don't have any other choice, you're going to trust fall. And if you don't catch me, I'm going to be just as fucked up as I was right now.
Wow.
And if you do catch me, maybe I'll get better.
Surrender.
Complete surrender. Yes, absolutely.
The medicine, all of it, we've been saying lately, it's surrender yoga, right?
Yes.
Everything healing is surrender yoga. It's taking a chance on maybe this is all made of good.
That's so true.
And the life-changing experience to trust, fall, and surrender, and to discover it's all made of love. It's all made of good. It's all life. It's all light. We've been projecting our non-creation from our own hurts and our own toxins and our own traumas and our own experiences as abused and abusers.
Absolutely.
And projecting that as a foreign template over the universe and saying, see, it's just like the most suspicious, angry parts of me. That's what the universe is. And then we get to the end of our rope and there's just no more to hang on to. And Butterfingers, whoop, we just slip into what we discover is the arms of love.
I mean, I hope people discover the arms of love when they fall. Because I got to tell you, that rope can be used for a lot than slipping off of.
Sure.
A lot of people end up in the other side.
Yeah.
You know.
When we can paint any space, any room we are in, in which we find ourselves, we can paint it to look like our hell. That doesn't mean that's what it is, but we are profoundly creative beings. Our ego, our wants, are found in that if we're going to use chakra language, found in that same space as creation. Right? Our creativity in our sacral space, that womb in us, we're able to birth more of our own suspicions and our own rage and our own hurts and our own traumas. But
and it's just to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
It is absolutely, we're projecting this crap on other people to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Like what other people are seeing in me, that's because that's how they are. And I'm sick of looking at people through my negative fucking eyes. I'm sick of looking at people through my fucking garbage. They don't fucking deserve it.
That's why it always starts with self. When you heal, you're healing your parents, it gets passed down and passed on. Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Yes. The idea you will be saved, you will be sozo, you and your household, you and the people in your story, by embracing, standing in this frequency of love. And then we abandon effort almost. We go into a space where it's like this heart chakra thing where the same love and light and life and energy that the universe feeds, I just echo it back like it almost feels like your skeleton's like a tuning fork and you're just sharing it back. But it requires a trust fall often where you can trust fall into your Hades, into your Hades, into your hell. But that's just falling while you're still projecting your horse shit.
Yeah.
Let go of the skulls and the devastation and the rot that you're projecting on the walls. Stop projecting that and then just fall back.
And it's people's, I'll call it ego.
Yes.
It's that doesn't allow them to do this. It's the fear of judgment that is stopping people from healing.
That's why one of my favorite sayings is get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I realized that every single thing that I was doing in my life was to shove my feelings down to feed those snakes that were inside of me.
Yeah.
I was literally the drinking and the eating and the anger, and it was feeding those snakes inside of me to keep me comfortable. Like I will not grow in my own comfort.
Yep.
I won't. And so I'm going to live some time not being comfortable, but at the same time, because I get to feel the pain now, I finally fucking get to feel joy again.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
After so long of not feeling it.
Yeah.
So, but will you please tell us about
Yes, let's hear about the retreats.
the big announcements?
Yeah, I will. I will make some. I do want to clarify, because you touched on something that comes up a lot, and it's something that kept me from let's say kept me from engaging the medicines and engaging while I've been a dedicated, earnest mystic for 13 years. That doesn't mean that you're not afraid of some rooms, even the rooms that don't deserve your fear. We're all on a journey, right? And fear comes up and suspicion comes up, and people are afraid of the medicines because they're afraid of fear. Their ego is afraid of itself. And something that we try to communicate often that may help relieve some of this, or let's say permit some listeners to take a chance on themselves, is we use language. I use language of like cargo shorts, like cargo pants. It's just like a bunch of pockets wherein we keep our rage and our suspicion and our terror and our horrors and our traumas and our memories and our insecurities and our failures and our rejections and our breakups and our family breakages, let's say. All these things we just keep in these little pockets, all our darknesses, let's say. And then the medicines, and in my experience, just like God, in the language that has wrapped itself around my heart, the medicines don't let you wear those cargo pants. You don't have the same access to your fears. You don't have when you go into these deep journeys, you don't have the same access to your insecurities and suspicions. And when the medicine affords you the opportunity to see that you carry those things, you get to see yourself experiencing those. The deeper self, the inner self, the inner wisdom, your spirit self gets to observe you having these experiences, having these fears and these heartbreaks. And you get this opportunity to show compassion on yourself. You get this opportunity to see yourself experiencing things and to show yourself compassion.
I think that something that's super important to me is that even if somebody can't go on a plant medicine journey and doing sacred medicine, there is something to be said about the fact that just realizing that your body also needs to heal.
Yeah.
Like none of us are told.
And there's so many other ways too without plant medicine.
So many other ways,
So
like
many.
right here, accessible to you on an app on your phone with Circle, with the
Or
Village.
here at Mystic Movement with
Here at
all our
Mystic
healers.
Movement.
Yeah.
When I walked in here, I could not believe the space that you have built. It is so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Layers upon layers upon layers of gorgeous.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like so many things. And I don't think that it's just realizing that it's not just our mind that needs to be healed. We're carrying it in our bodies.
Yeah.
You know, and people are rejecting that for some reason. And we're in a cult because we want to completely
heal and
you know. And I think that even if you can't go on a journey and do plant medicine, you can come here.
Yeah.
You can
There's
go
so
online.
many other ways.
I mean, like I started in my bed with my first sound bath.
Yeah.
You know, my first breathing,
breath work.
my first breath work in my bed.
Yeah.
in my bed at my house
Yeah.
on Zoom was my first breath work.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to another country
Mm-hmm.
to start healing.
Yeah.
It was, and I just don't know why nobody ever told me that, your body needs to heal too. Or maybe they told me and I couldn't hear it,
Yeah.
But
here you are now.
yeah, watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me, motherfucker.
I love that.
So I'm not sure what that's doing.
Sure. Yeah. It wants you to prove that you're a human.
Mm-hmm.
Human.
Cool.
And
Caption.
so human.
Caption. So Mondays at noon, you and I will be together with community, and it's going to be open to everyone that they can hit us up, and we're going to do a cannabis informed transcendental meditation every Monday, completely for free.
But not required.
And if you're able
Not
to join
required.
live, like in person, you can, or you can do it live
Exactly.
online.
Exactly.
It's not
It'll
just
be live in person, live online with the village. So you can also DM us or follow the posts that we're all posting about that.
Does anybody need to bring anything, or they just show up?
We do have mats if you don't have a mat. If you have a mat, bring it. But there will be sound healing. And
I'll be there.
really.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you're not into, if let's say we're in Kids Up right now. By the way, those of you who don't know, I live in Mexico, but I'm from this area, so I do know some of the inside culture here. So yeah, if you're like a shipyard worker and you can't have cannabis, groovy. Still hit us up and rock down whatever your situation is. We will still incorporate tantric and somatic breathing that is still going to allow you to connect there. Our goal has always been to talk ourselves out of a job, to work ourselves out of a job, to show us. It's sort of that Apostle Paul, "Hi, I'm Paul. You don't need me at all." Ministry. We're always trying. We're always trying to like work our way out of a job with every person and work our way in like to relationship and community. And so whatever your modality is that you end up employing, we're going to celebrate that, and we want to reinforce that. But Mondays at noon in the Bremerton area by the fairgrounds, and that's what we'll give you for now. Hit us up, and we'll tell you exactly where we're going to be. And yeah, that's going to be a cannabis meditation. And what's the point of that? The point of that is to allow everybody involved to connect with whatever modality is going to afford them the opportunity to trust fall back like you have into the arms of love. And so people like Kara, through every week, we're going to do our meditations, and every week she's going to follow up with a yoga routine, let's say, a yoga discipline that's going to express and integrate whatever came up in that meditation. So it's all going to start with you, and this meditation is all going to start in right here. And then Carmen over in North Carolina we're going to have conversations throughout the week, incorporate in the mind what came up, and Kara as a yogi incorporate in the body. And it's going to be not just microcosmic, but yes, exemplary, microcosmic and exemplary of, let's say you were to come and join us in an ayahuasca circle. The importance of the integration in body and mind and story subsequent to those journeys is so important, because you're experiencing it right now. You're sharing how this all grows and evolves and gets cultivated in a person, in your heart and your mind. And so we're going to do that with cannabis and meditation every single week. And we're going to just continue to offer that for free.
That's amazing.
And the next part of that is stay tuned with all of that. Just like you won the golden ticket giveaway, we're announcing here tonight that this summer we're going to follow that up right out of the space where we do meditation with you. We're going to be doing another giveaway for this summer for spring equinox for 2025. And your story has been so powerful that Carmen and Kelly and everybody over at House of Healing has decided that retreat should be all giveaways.
Wow.
So every person at that retreat is
Wow.
going to be a golden ticket giveaway winner.
Wow.
All expenses paid, including the integrative space on the beach. Okay.
Go on. Start
I-
manifesting.
When I
Yes.
first, when Carmen told us the first time, like, yeah, we're going to do this giveaway with you guys, I was so impacted by it. I was so moved by the fact that they were choosing to operate in that space. Like I went to my personal, like I don't have like a public social. I keep my socials pretty small, but I just wanted to share. I was like, listen, somebody we know is going to win this.
That's what I thought.
Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, someone we know is going to win. This is just someone who
The
does
person
all
who's
the
meant
things.
to go will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
gonna have an entire retreat.
Yeah. And
Ticket.
Yeah.
exactly. The whole retreat is going to be golden tickets. And we also have other, if you guys are interested, this fall, we have Dia de Muertos in Mexico, which is a beautiful, we have a lot of retreats coming up, but
Which
we
hopefully
do,
Mystic will be collaborating with. I know me and Michael met up, a year ago? Or
Yes.
maybe it just wasn't the right time, but that's definitely in the cards, unfortunately.
yeah, I'll say here right now.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do it. Yes.
The way that we see this season moving forward, if you want to be involved, is Zeo, House of Healing, and Mystic Movement.
I love it. Yep.
It makes
Let's
sense.
manifest it.
Yeah.
Spirit is doing something here in Kitsap County, and it's not lost on us that like the conversation of the global community, what's the trending global conversation about plant and sacred medicines is largely focused in two places on the planet: Riviera Maya, where we do these retreats, and the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
where this is where people like Paul Stamets are. This is the focus of the world in this space, in this sacred medicine space, is largely Riviera Maya and the Pacific Northwest. And these are the two places that, like, in my language, God has put us.
Yeah. Let's create some magic. I mean, we already are, but more magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are really the only things that I knew. That I want to talk about how, like, Kara is going to help us integrate with yoga, and she will be available with us at the retreats, and what we're doing this summer with the meditations and the giveaways for spring equinox through House of Healing. I hope I didn't miss anything. Aside from that,
Well, you guys are definitely going to be back on for multiple more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're sleeping here.
I
You're
live here
moving
now.
in.
What do you call it?
Gloga. So it's
I
yoga with
love
black
it.
lights.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yeah. And that's just in the works. I mean, we just whipped that up last week. So
And
it's all
seriously,
got
if we can get our little tweens
Oh, yeah. Kids
into
love it here.
healing now,
Children are so intuitive and
like,
they love it here. Yeah.
I think that just giving the kids that gift now, so they know that it's okay
The space
to
and the
heal
opportunity.
their bodies and
Yeah.
heal their minds.
I just had something come through where originally, when I buy the building, turning the upstairs into, a lounge, just kind of a place that people can come and hang out. That's not the bar scene, but
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have a space to do something with children. And I'm like, maybe the upstairs. I don't know. I'm going to play around with that. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as people stop rejecting
yeah.
the whole body healing
Yeah.
and realize nobody's trying to sell you anything, nobody's asking you for money.
It's not
Nobody-
witchcraft or
It's
voodoo.
not witchcraft or
And you're always
voodoo.
going to have those people. And the biggest thing is, I've learned because I'm a nurturer and I used to rescue and save. And,
Not
I don't
anymore.
ever,
That's
yeah,
it.
no. I help people who want the help. I don't try and like get them on board. And yeah, that's very important.
I spent 2 years as an alcohol and chemical dependency counselor because I was trying to get past an ex.
Mm,
It's like, I can heal him.
yeah.
I can
Oh,
heal
yeah.
him. Like, went to school, got my degree.
Wow.
I'm over him now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I hope so.
No, I mean, after being an ACD counselor, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, do you guys have any last words on today's? That was so beautiful, Monica. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for letting us be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yes,
letting
thank
me
you
be
so
here.
much, Sasha.
Yeah, I know we all have so much we could talk about, but I think we are running out of time. Oh, look at that. Right on
Right
the
on the
money.
hour.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for listening. And just remember that it's never too late to rewrite your story. We will see you guys soon.